Hey, how's it going? This is PK, Pastor Kevin, coming at you on Friday, September 24th, 2021. I hope that you're doing very well in your life. I hope that you're having a good week and looking forward to a good weekend wherever you are. Thank you for watching this video. If you're a subscriber, I appreciate you so much. You're my VIP. You're awesome. I was just thinking recently that atheism really is anti-science. Atheism is not supported by science. Lots of atheists say that they love science and they follow Facebook pages called I effing love science and that kind of stuff. And atheists even like to quote scientists, like Hawking's and Hitchens and who's that one? Richard Dawkins. Richard Dawkins. I get Hawkins and Dawkins confused sometimes in my mind. But one thing that is not confused really is that atheism really is not pro-science. It's not supported by scientific evidence. For example, we know simply that the science tells us that the most prominent theory about the origin of the universe is that the universe began with a Big Bang. It's called the Big Bang Theory. Now, are there other theories from science out there regarding the beginning of the universe? Sure, but the Big Bang is the most widely accepted scientific view of the origin of the universe. There are certainly, I suppose, some scientists or theorists or physicists that believe in the multiverse hypothesis or the eternal universe belief. But those are not widely accepted. Those are not the most accepted view of the beginning of the universe, because the scientific evidence points to a beginning of the universe. Now, follow this logic. Again, not Bible verses, just plain logic. Everything that began to exist has a cause. Every painting has a painter, every book has an author, every human has a mother, every building has a builder, every car has a car maker, your vehicle has a maker. You don't have to meet the very one or ones that built your vehicle. You know that your vehicle was built by someone. So the existence of the universe is evidence and actually proof that there was a universe maker. And I'm not even speaking right now about the Christian version of God. I'm simply saying that the existence of the universe is proof, not mere evidence, but proof that there is a universe maker. You can refer to the universe maker as the maker, or the creator, or God. Hindus refer to gods, plural. It was Professor John Lennox, who teaches mathematics and philosophy of science at Oxford, who said that you can't explain the universe without God. Contrary to what Stephen Hawking claims, Hawking is probably before his passing, was the most widely known scientist in the world. Contrary to what Hawking claims, physical laws can never provide a complete explanation of the universe. Laws themselves do not create anything. They are merely a description of what happens under certain conditions. And that makes sense. It was Hawking that tried to say that, well, there's no God, but the law of gravity was already in existence before the universe, and somehow the law of gravity brought about the universe. It was Sir Isaac Newton, who is known as the father of modern physics and co-founder of calculus and a natural philosopher, a mathematician, an astronomer, an economist, and a theologian. He said that the motions which the planets now have could not spring from any natural cause alone, but were impressed by an intelligent agent. Now that's a non-theological, more of a philosophical way of saying God. They were brought about by an intelligent agent. There is, in fact, intelligent design in all of life. That's not to say that life is perfect. I understand why some people, I suppose, become atheists. They feel betrayed by life, betrayed by God. They have terrible, painful tragedies, and they think there's no God. And I understand that, and I have empathy for anybody that goes through very horrible tragedies and go through pain. I am an empath, and I feel that. But even in light of my own life and challenges and problems and pain, the existence of pain or problems is not proof that there is no God. I suppose you could make the argument to say that pain and problems and evil perhaps are evidence that there is no good God. Perhaps you can make the case that whoever's running the universe is not good or doesn't care about us. I suppose you could make that case. But science and logic do not back up atheism. Atheism is not supported by logic or science. It was Dr. Prance, who's a botanist and ecologist. He is quoted in a book called God and the Scientists, which came out in 1997. Prance is spelled P-R-A-N-C-E. I can't pronounce his first name, so I won't butcher his name. He said, "For many years I have believed that God is the great designer behind all nature. All my studies in science since then have confirmed my faith. I regard the Bible as my principal source of authority." I'll try to pronounce his first name. I think it's Gillian T. Prance. Gillian. Gillian Prance. Yeah, but what he says makes sense. And even the life of Jesus Christ certainly confirms the existence of God. Now you may say, well, come on, Jesus was a myth created by the Jews. And I say to that, come on. The first century Jews were living under Roman tyranny. Taxes were too high. Their king in Jerusalem was a puppet, Herod. The first century Jews would not have had any motive or incentive to fabricate a myth called Jesus Christ. You know, what would they have gained? What would they have gained by manufacturing this fable, this myth called Jesus Christ? I don't get it. I mean, they weren't getting a book deal. They weren't getting rich. They got the opposite. They got persecution. It was H.G. Wells who said, "I am an historian. I'm not a believer, but I must confess as a historian that this penniless preacher from Nazareth is irrevocably the very center of history. Jesus Christ is easily the most dominant figure in all history." That's H.G. Wells, who was not a believer. Bart D. Ehrman is a New Testament scholar. He describes himself as an atheist agnostic. I have never heard anybody put both words together. Usually people have said that they're either an atheist or an agnostic. Not usually both. An atheist is someone who says, "I believe that there is no God." An agnostic says, "I don't know whether or not there's a God." And Dr. Bart D. Ehrman, again, I think I'm saying his name right. He's not a believer, but he's a New Testament scholar. Isn't that interesting? Again, this atheist/agnostic says Jesus existed. And those vocal persons who deny it do not do so because they have considered the evidence with the dispassionate eye of the historian. That is the unbiased eye of the historian, but because they have some other agenda that this denial serves. Now that's scholar talk for saying that there was a Jesus who existed, and those who say there was no Jesus, that he was made up, they don't do it because they're looking at history in an objective, unbiased way. People who deny the existence of Jesus are doing so because it serves their own agenda. Never thought I'd be agreeing with an atheist / agnostic, but alas, I do. So just remember, the next time, if you're a Christian, if you're a believer, the next time you're discussing or debating the existence of God with an atheist or agnostic, remember H.G. Wells. Remember Sir Isaac Newton. Remember all the scientists that claim that there is in fact a God. Remember that there is no painting that has no painter. There's no car that has no car maker. There is no person that has no mother. There is nothing. There's no book without an author. There's no building without a builder. The existence of the book is proof enough of the existence of an author. The existence of a painting is proof enough of the existence of the painter. I don't need to see an actual picture of Michelangelo. I know he existed. His paintings are proof. The very existence of a building is proof enough of the existence of the builder or builders. The very existence of your vehicle is proof enough of the existence of the people who made your vehicle. So, science says the universe began. Not always existed, but began. And logic says that everything that began to exist has a cause. So why not talk to God today and begin your relationship with God? Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. If you have comments, leave them down below. I'm happy to hear your comments. I've gotten everything from the anger and hatred from atheists or the nice comments from believers. So feel free to share either way. So thank you for watching. Take care. God bless.